Here we have the IC-R72 Icom communications receiver, which is the follow-up model to the Icom IC-R71, and before that the 70, both of which I have. I have demonstrated the 71. I haven't ever shown the 70. I will do a recording, do a video of that at some later stage. This is a much simpler set. It controls a lot simpler. It doesn't have passband tuning, RF gain, and a whole lot of other features that the and tunable noise blanker that the IC-R71 and 70 have, but it's an extremely sensitive radio and it works extremely well. I'll just turn it on now. At the moment we tuned into the broadcast band version of AM.
Just like we send each other,
and I'll just show you. Now we're off the station. Now there's a tune indicator here, a red tune indicator. You get that on some of the portables as well. When it's tuned, properly tuned, then that lights up. So that's quite a useful feature, particularly here where we are on 9 kilohertz spacing in the southern hemisphere. The northern hemisphere, Europe and Americas are on 10 kilohertz spacing between their stations mostly. So that definitely is a useful thing. Also, this set is extremely sensitive on broadcast band up to 1.6, 1.7 where it runs, depending on what country you're in. It really picks up extremely well. I'm very pleased with the performance. Also, another nice feature that this has, it does have a narrow, AM narrow. You can see here it says narrow. So that's narrow, and that's a wide. You can hear distinctly the difference between the two. So that's very useful for stations that are close together. Also down here, you've got megahertz and kilohertz. So you can go press the megahertz button and then you can dial 1 megahertz at a time. We can go right up to where we probably get some signals around about 17 at the moment. And then we go back to the kilohertz, and then it's over the 7 there, so you're on the kilohertz range. So let's just tune around here. We're on the loop antenna at the moment. Don't hear anything. Strange, no signals at the moment.
So he's a very interesting and smart man, and I try to play really smart way to ask him. But honestly, I don't think I sound very smart myself.
We're just on the internal speaker. Again, you can see the tune light lit, so you know you're correctly tuned.
It's not only
So, in addition to that, it has a preamp. So you can see the signal meter jump up there, and then I switch the preamp off. It has, what's that, AGC. So you can switch the AGC to fast and slow. There's a noise blanker and an attenuator. So it's noise blanker, attenuator. That's the attenuator, noise blanker. I don't know what that is, lock or something. It lock the frequency. And then the other ones I can't really read them. The writing is just about gone off them there. It's got 2 other buttons there. It looks like set, and that's the dimmer. I assume that just switches off the display and on and off. You've got direct frequency entry here, so you can enter in the frequency directory, and it's got scan and memories and all that sort of thing. Memory channel up and down, so if you're on the memory channel, you can see the memory channel number change here, so whatever you got in memory. So if we go to memory there, if there was something in memory, it would then, I assume there's nothing in the memories in this one. Maybe the battery's flat. Oh no, there are some stations. There we go. 11300. Just hear the time signal there, very weak at the moment. Okay, so that's VFO memory, and then memory write, memory clear, and then there's a lock button here, so that wasn't the lock button. I don't know what that is. Doesn't seem to do anything. I can't really read it, unfortunately. It says here mode. Well, I don't know what that means because it doesn't do anything. So that's something I don't know what that is. It doesn't do anything at the moment. And then there's a set button here, so I'm not sure what that does either. Anyway, you've got your SSB, so you've got lower sideband and upper sideband, AM wide and AM narrow, CW, and if you have the narrow filter, then it goes to CW narrow. It indicates narrow. I don't know whether this one has the filter or not. I'm not too sure. Let's turn the gain up in here. Oh, it makes quite a noise. I'm not sure that's working or not. If it's working. Why CW is making such a complaint there, but oh, because it's on a station, that's why. Okay, that helps a lot. And I think there's nothing there. The signal cuts, so I don't think the narrow filter is fitted to this particular radio. Okay, as I said, it has a decent tuning knob. It has a nice action. You can spin it, and it's very nice to tune around on. So generally, I think, you know, if you find one of these, it's definitely worth getting if you get it at a good price. There are connectors at the back for a twin feed, so it has a twin high impedance input antenna connector, or the normal 50 ohm SO239 type socket connector. It's also a very compact radio, and it works on 12 volts as well, so it has a direct 12 volt connection, which is also quite handy. So size wise it's quite small, so that does help a lot. Okay, I hope that's been interesting. As I said, I've used the radio quite a lot and I'm pretty impressed with it. I wasn't expecting too much of it because the fact that it doesn't have too many knobs and buttons, but it just does the job. And although it's it's not such a high-end radio as the 70 and 71, it works almost as well. There's hardly really difference. Whatever you can get on them, you can get on this one, just that you don't have all the controls for interference and that. Okay, thanks all for today. Thanks for watching.